What's up, everybody? Some gamer gremlin here with another episode of reacting to Gorl World. So, Amberlynn posted her weigh-in episode 1 today about let's see, 9 hours ago. Not doing too bad on the view count. Whew. Like to dislike ratio. Woo, baby. But yeah, so she posted this about 9 hours ago. She posted it right before I was gonna go to work, so I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna do anything with this before I go to work. So I have been avoiding all of the whatchamacallits, the other reaction channels. So yeah, we are going into this blind. I told you she wasn't doing the diet thing anymore because the title of it is I'm not going on a diet, weigh in episode 1. Yeah. So yeah, let's just get into this. Let's see what she has to say. And yeah.
Hey guys, so today is March 25th. Today
Wow, this was actually yesterday. Okay, cool.
is the first weigh-in in my new YouTube schedule.
Okay, if I'm remembering correctly, her last weigh-in, she was at 513, and she didn't actually show it, she just said it. So, I'm betting she's more than 513.
So my weigh-in videos are going to consist of me weighing in on Tuesday and you guys seeing it on Wednesday. I'm going to be talking or answering 5 different questions or topics that you guys asked me, which
nobody really even cares.
Is all weight, body, food related. And then I'm going to talk about how the week went.
Wait, does that mean she's also going to answer, like, if she's actually lying about the weigh-ins?
My weigh-in, of course. And then I'm going to create some goals for myself that I want during that week. And then we're going to talk about if I did them or if I didn't. So first question / topic is, would you try semaglutide again?
Dude, if she says yes, I'm going to be annoyed because she's already failed that 3 times. 3. How do you fail that 3 times?
I've tried semaglutide twice, Ozempic once. And normally when someone asks me this question, it's a flat out yes, I absolutely would. But now it's a no. I never will do semaglutide again. So
we're going to hold her to that.
Semaglutide is not even FDA approved. I always ignored that little tiny tidbit because
of course she ignored that tiny tidbit.
In my brain, I was like, okay, if it's coming from pharmacies, and obviously the pharmacies know what they're talking about. But the more that people are using semaglutide, obviously the more that people are learning about semaglutide, and something that is like coming.
Yeah, it's called everybody taking it as the guinea pigs. You ever think of that?
Up a lot. Like, I've seen articles about it. Like, you guys have sent me articles. There's a lot of semaglutide like coming from the black market. People are getting extremely sick.
I did hear that there were some negative side effects that were cropping up that people were noticing. I have heard of that.
Getting scammed. And no matter where I get it from, it's just like, you never know what you're gonna get. So semaglutide is a no. But would I try Ozempic again, which is FDA approved? Yes. But it's like thousands and thousands of dollars a month, especially once you get to like the highest dose.
That also depends. I just noticed my pause screen. But that also depends on whether or not you're using it as a cheat code to lose weight, or if you're using it in conjunction with diabetes. Because I have a friend who has diabetes, and his insurance covers a good portion of the cost. He still has to pay a lot, but his insurance covers a portion of the cost.
So once that price is lowered, then we'll talk.
Yeah, because you keep wasting your money on bullshit.
What is your ideal goal weight?
Okay, her height and weight, her ideal goal, her height and the fact that she's a woman, her ideal goal weight should be a healthy weight, which for us, because I am the same, I'm the same, about the same height as her. I would say probably like 140, 150 would be a good weight for us. I know I'm over that, but I haven't hit 200 again. I know that for a fact.
So I actually do not have one at all. So I know.
Lady, your goal weight should be less than what you are today. And then tomorrow it should be less than what you were tomorrow. Are tomorrow. And you should just keep doing that. Cause your poor knees, girl. When I was at 210, my knee fucking hurt.
It seems kind of like contradictory because these are weigh-in videos, but I don't have a goal weight. I don't care about the number on the scale. I care about how I feel.
I care about how I feel. Like, I know I could shed a few more pounds and that would be good. And you know what? If I manage to do it, cool. If not, like, but my weight right now, I am comfortable with it. I don't have the knee pain anymore and we're good. And I'm under 200 pounds. That is a good thing for me. Amber, you should be down there. You should be down where I'm at. But you're not.
I want my health to improve. I want my breathing to improve.
Yeah, then you should have a goal weight of under 200 pounds.
I want my walking to improve. I just want
a goal weight of under 200 pounds would be good for you.
I want my heart health to improve. Just all of my like physical ailments and my...
Have a goal weight of under 200 pounds and you're good.
Mental ailments that are affected by my weight. I want all...
I'm not going to say it again.
All of those things to improve. Why don't you just go on hiatus and come back with the weight off?
Ah, yes! Pull a Nikocado avocado. That would shut everybody up. And we'd probably have a little bit of respect for you.
Because I need to show up. This is my job and it's very, very important to me.
Nikocado avocado did it.
It gives me something to do during the day. It gives me...
This gives you something to do during the day? Making a 7-minute video? There are 24 hours in a day. And you made a 7-minute video. So this is probably what, like an hour out of your day? What did you do for the rest of the day?
Some form of normalcy and routine. I need this.
Then get a part-time job as like a Walmart greeter.
Roof over my head. I need to be able to put food in my fur baby stomachs. Not many people can just disappear for months on end from their job, and that also includes me. And I thoroughly...
Then get like a part-time job at Walmart as a greeter while you lose the weight. Just get off of YouTube.
I really enjoy YouTube, so I wouldn't want to leave. Why did you hide your weight from Beck? So that's something else that Beck has said, that supposedly I started hiding my...
Did she say supposedly?
I weight from them. That never happened. I have been...
Lies!
Very open and honest about my weight towards the whole internet. I've always...
Bullshit!
Done weigh-ins for you guys, and I mean that goes the same with the people in my life. I've always been very vocal about how much I weigh. I've never really been like ashamed of my weigh-ins because it's like when you look at me, you know, you're like, damn, that girl big. I think...
Yeah, you are. And you don't have much time left and you need to take this fucking seriously. If you don't, you're gonna die in like the next few years. There are not very many like elderly fat people.
I think it was just Beck being super uninterested and just like really genuinely they didn't care about anything I was saying or doing. So that...
Dude, 90% of the people on the planet don't give a shit about what you're saying or doing.
It also went into my weigh-ins. You failed all your weight loss attempts so far. What do you think will be different this time? Nothing. The thing is, you guys...
Yeah, she knows she's gonna fail. She's trying to get ahead of that. That's why she looks so smug. Look how smug this bitch looks.
You guys have witnessed me failing all of these diets and fad diets and whatever it may be. But one thing about me is I've never given up. And I feel like a lot of people have
The thing is, you're saying, well, I've never given up on losing weight. You would be skinnier than me if you truly never gave up. You just don't give a shit anymore about like what you weigh. You do that. This is an act for you. This isn't real and authentic. This is an act because you don't care, and you know you're gonna fail because you don't care. You like the rush of support from people going, oh yeah, we're here for you. We've got your back on this. You're here for that. You don't care about actually going through and doing the work and losing the weight. When I went down from 210 to 176, looking back on that, yeah, I wasn't doing anything extra to lose the weight, but I was doing a lot of heavy lifting because of my job. I was doing a lot of walking around because of my job. Like, I had to move things around the store, and it was a pretty big store. I mean, it took a good minute or two to walk from one side of the store to the other. And in my job now, I actually have some like arm muscles right now because my job now forces me to lift 60-pound boxes on a regular basis, and I have to do that. And then when I was doing the truck stuff at that one job, I was hungry all the time. I was snacking all the fucking time, and I was still losing the weight because I was burning it off. You're not going to do anything like that because you are perfectly content with just sitting around your apartment, doing nothing, and stuffing your face with bullshit. That's it. And then you just spew bullshit to your audience. I pity the people that actually believe you.
Experience the same thing. They have literally yo-yo dieted their whole life. The only difference is theirs isn't documented publicly, while mine is. And all these people who finally become successful in losing their weight and reaching their goal, that's after multiple attempts. Whether it's been 100 attempts or 2 attempts, it doesn't matter. Something finally clicks.
And that thing that clicks with them, that makes them get their lives in order and actually take the shit seriously, that's something that's never going to click with you because you don't care.
Every time I go into a new like section of my weight loss journey, God, I hate that word, journey. Every time I go into it again,
you're the one that fucking says it all the damn time.
I'm always very hopeful in hopes that something will click. It kind of reminds me of my
It's never gonna click because you're so deluded on everything.
Mom's journey with her sobriety. She did drugs literally her whole life, and I can't even tell you how many times in my lifetime she tried to quit and just couldn't, until she finally did because something just clicked. All right, so we are done with the topic/questions. Now on to like how I've been doing, how have I been eating lately? Well, I've been eating what I want, when I want, and how much I want because I have been so hyper focused on like trying to improve my mental health because it has not been good at all.
You know what? When I eat more healthy foods, like more vegetables and like just meats and stuff like that instead of like the processed stuff, I mentally feel better. Recently I've started taking more multivitamin. I've started taking multivitamins again, and I have noticed that, and I honestly just noticed it tonight. My mind is a lot clearer right now, and mentally I feel in a much better place. And I have the job that makes me active, that gives me a schedule, that gives me all that stuff. And then I've been doing pretty good on actually like posting up to YouTube recently. So that's been kind of occupying my mind. So yeah, I have had a cold the past few days, but I've been pushing through it, and I've been doing things and adding in the multivitamins and cooking more often for myself. I have noticed that mentally I'm in a much better place. Maybe doing that yourself, Amber, just starting with that, maybe that'll help you. Maybe. And maybe not really paying attention to what people are saying about you on the internet. Maybe. Just a hint.
That I have genuinely been like neglecting my physical health needs. So
You've been neglecting your physical health needs since you were in high school.
now I need to make both of those things a priority because like my mental health was low and I'm doing a lot better now, thankfully. But I was trying to put in work to improve that because it was so bad. Like I don't think my mental health has been that bad in a very, very long time. Now I want to put in work so I can focus on my mental health and my physical health. Genuinely, this is going to be called the no diet diet because every single time that I have done a diet, I have failed. What I want to do is just genuinely think before I eat anything.
Well, this is going to last for a day.
Instead of just eating it for no reason, if that makes sense. So I'm going to put
I'm going to tell you guys what I had to eat today and what I'm about to eat for dinner before work. So I had 2 cups of coffee, and I made those with an instant coffee, milk, and my coffee creamer. I had some Oreos with that because dipping Oreos in that is fucking delicious, and I love it. I didn't have like a whole row. I still have Oreos left in the package. I didn't go to town that much. I had Pop-Tarts while I was at work on my lunch break. And then I had some curly fries from Jack in the Box on my drive home from work. And then I have some loaded waffle fries and a burger from Jack in the Box for dinner, along with a pineapple Coke. That is what I have had for dinner. Or that is everything that I have eaten today. And I feel pretty good. And then yesterday I had Taco Bell and Pop-Tarts. Yeah. But yeah. I did pretty good on food-wise. I didn't eat much until now.
weigh in here, March 25th, 2025.
Hello, it's ready. 519.8 pounds.
519.
Okay, so if she was 513 on the last time she weighed in, she gained 6.8 pounds. Yeah, she's gaining.
0.8 is a little hecticana, I will say.
Oh my god, fucking stop with that!
On top of me eating more than I probably should, I also am very swollen, so you definitely need to take that
I'm swollen, that's why I weigh this much.
into account because not only do I have lymphedema, I also have lipedema. So weigh-ins can be a little tricky because obviously when I step on the scale, we are also weighing my fluid and my water retention. So I want to have weekly goals. I want to have something that is like obtainable that I can work on.
Okay, a good weekly goal for you. Cut down your calorie intake to have a weekly goal of a calorie intake of I don't know, calories in chicken and rice dinner with green beans. Yeah, let's see. We're gonna let the autopilot thing help us. 1 serving of chicken, rice, and green beans contains 532 calories. Okay, so let's say a 600 calorie dinner. That would be a good dinner. I would be okay with that. That would be a good dinner. So let's say 600 calculator. All right, so we've got 600 plus let's do calories in a scrambled serving of oatmeal with 2 scrambled eggs and, well, we'll be nice, 4 strips of bacon. Okay. serving of oatmeal, 2 scrambled eggs, and 4 strips of bacon. 1 serving of oatmeal and 2 strips of bacon, half a cup of oatmeal and 2 strips of bacon contains 592 calories. So yeah, that would be plus another 600. So we're at 1200 right there. And then like whatever's in the eggs, 1200, and then so if we are looking for what, 800 calories, examples of 800 calorie lunch. An example of an 800 calorie lunch. She could have a low carb wrap for lunch. That's 2,000 calories a day. That's doable. That is a doable diet that she could totally do. But and she would consistently lose weight if she was doing that, especially if she actually gets up and takes Twinkie for a walk every day. 1 walk every day. Twinkie would love it. It would be good exercise for her. And with a 2,000 calorie diet per day, she'd be good. Honestly.
On every single day. So then
I hit my space bar. But like honestly, oatmeal with scrambled eggs and bacon sounds so good right now.
next week I can come back and be like, okay, so these were my goals and let me tell you how I did. So each week they will be different goals, or maybe I will repeat one.
Make a goal of eating 2,000 or less calories a day. Make that your goal.
And it just depends. So for this week, I have 2 goals. I went back on my Uber and I went and I saw in the last 7 days, how many times did I order takeout? So I'm taking that number and I'm going to drastically lower
She's not going to tell us how many times she ordered takeout, is she?
it. And that's going to be my goal. So when I went back and looked, it was 8 times in the last 7 days. So as
Jesus
hard as it is
fucking
going
Christ.
to be, I only want to order.
Okay, in the last 7 days, I've gotten Marco's, Taco Bell, and Jack in the Box in the last 7 days.
Order it 3 times. So for some people, 3 times in a week is a lot. But for me, it's not. It's actually drastically lowered because I was actually surprised to only see that I ordered takeout 8 times in the last week, because normally it probably would have been about like 13. So my next goal is I want to focus on drinking more water.
That's horrible. Like if I order pizza, that's a meal for like 2 to 3 days for me.
So I thought about the last week and I was like, how much water did I drink? And now how much do I want to drink? Well, in the last week, the only time that I drank water was during my live streams when I was drinking a little bit of alcohol. I know I'm supposed to only be referring to the last week, but I'm telling you, in the last like 6 months, I've probably only had about 2 cups of water in total.
That's horrible. I will grab a bottle of water at work almost every day.
I do not drink water, period. I go through phases where I drink water, and we have not been in that phase. Not at all, girly pops. So my goal
No shit.
is to go from only drinking a couple sips in the last week to drinking 2 water bottles a day. And again, I know for some people, only 2 water bottles a day is not enough. But for me, it's going to be a drastic improvement. So those are my 2 goals. And my weigh-in next week, I'll let you guys know how I did. And then also the dreaded.
You know what? For her next weigh-in next week, I'm gonna have the same goals. Only eat out 3 times. I'm not going to count actually, you know what? I will count anytime that I eat at work. I will count that because when I'm at work, I will grab like a pizza combo while I'm at work because it's like $3 and it's cheap and it's actually pretty filling, and normally it's like the only thing I eat all day. But I will count that in it, and I will only get fast food or whatever 3 times, and I will try to drink 2 bottles of water a day. I'm going to try her goals, and I'm going to see if I can do it.
Weigh-in, which I don't have any goals when it comes to my weigh-ins. I just want to, every single time I step on the scale, which is only going to be once a week, which is going to be hard for me, I want to be down at least something, even if it's 0.2 of a pound. This is my no diet diet. We're not.
And if you just eat healthier food, you'll and get up and move, you will shed the pounds pretty quickly. Just saying.
Running in this race, we're walking. Anyways, I hope that you guys enjoy this.
Yeah, just cook at home more often. Make sure the food is a lot healthier, and I don't know, just get up and move around.
Video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.
Marco's Pizza was just named
Okay,
America's
their pizza
favorite
is
pizza
actually
chain,
really good.
and America
I'm going
said,
to say that.
"Who?"
I do like it.
So,
but yeah, that was her thingamajig. All right, so, yeah, I don't think she's going to. Okay, I didn't click that. All right, cool. I don't think she's actually going to manage that, but you know what? I'm gonna try her goals. So, by next Wednesday, I will let you know if I manage to only eat out 3 times, like minimum 3 times, and I will do my best to drink 2 bottles of water a day. Shouldn't be too hard, even if I have to like drink one at night before bed. But it shouldn't be too hard. So let's see the comments. Blaming 519.8 pounds on water retention is just wild. I have never oh my god, this is a long one. Ooh. Thank you, Jason. I have never given up. That's why you quit countless of diets, broke promised upload schedules every single time, quit a large amount of challenges you wanted to do, stopped Vlogmas nearly every single time, stopped going to therapy for years, and put working on your mental issues on hold, and instead used your alleged BPD as an excuse for everything you've done without actively trying to get better, given up on your weight loss journey to hyperfixate on a new partner, and stopped taking semaglutide as soon as progress slowed down. And these were only the super obvious ones that came to mind. I could go on for hours. You have never finished anything because you find hundreds of excuses to quit things. Amen. Ooh, another long. Oh, it's not that long. Just so we're all clear, semaglutide and Ozempic are the exact same thing. Amberlynn has quit this multiple times and still doesn't understand. Ozempic is just the branding for semaglutide. So her saying she would never do semaglutide but would do Ozempic is like her saying, I would never try cola again, but I would try Pepsi. Dr. Lynn strikes again. Right. Zach is not your friend. Leave him alone, weirdo. 2 cups of water in 6 months is insane. Her kidneys have to be dust at this point. Being proud about only ordering takeout 8 times in a week is holy shit. One thing about me is I never have given up. Girl, laughing my ass off. You've only ever given up. You're the only YouTuber that I've seen doing multiple Q&As about themselves. Being 519 lbs and not having a set detailed plan with real goals is crazy. Why did you quit Weight Watchers for the millionth time? You blocked these words in your comment sections. Wait, did she? What happened to Weight Watchers? Alright, I'm gonna leave it up there. You are not swollen. You have permanently damaged your lymphatic system. Amber, I want my health to improve. Proceeds to order a 20-piece McNugget. 8 Uber Eats orders would probably buy an average person's groceries for an entire month. Yeah, they would, for sure. Oh, shit. $3,500 a month to shove my face full of food. Yes. $2,000 for a medication that will save my life. Are you joking? Oh, shit. Being happy only losing 0.2 pounds a week would mean that it would take you almost a year to lose 10 pounds. Holy shit. That's just my phone. We're fine. Amber, please. Some of us have been following for 10 plus years and we literally cannot anymore. I was about to cough. I'm sorry. Sorry. I'm sorry. Insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. Albert Einstein. I am so sorry. Okay. So she only drank soda for 6 months. Oh, I know that breath stank. Can you put the bar any lower? You don't need to lose few pounds before summer. You need to save your life, Gorl. Semaglutide is not FDA approved. Oh, please don't tell me a 500 plus pound person is going to be concerned about what they put in their body. No shit. Yay! We'll like it. Amber, you don't need to. You don't have like an extra 200 pounds of just fluid because of lipe and lymphedema. Also, if you eat high amounts of sodium, which you do if you just eat whatever you want, you yourself make your lipe and lymphedema flare up. It's not some mystery and you just can't change anything. You make yourself miserable because you eat things that make your issues act up. You apparently chosen to stay struggling, yet you want to blame everything on lipe and lymphedema. You've been saying that for like 7 years now. It's old and tired. Yeah? In other news, water is wet. Yes. Yes. Okay, well, I'm going to end this here to save my throat because I am still suffering from the cold. I am working on the next thing. She's right here. Yes. And I actually really do like doing the whole making a PowerPoint and then basically giving you guys a PowerPoint presentation. I do like doing that. Ah. Okay, but yeah, that's it. Thank you if you're still here, thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to check out my books. I will leave a link in the description below. And if you want to know what this game is, it is Offstream. And it is actually quite the fun game. And I will definitely catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye!